At some point on my journey, I really had to decide if I wanted to live in scarcity anymore. And that's not to say that you can get rid of your fear, because we're human beings and fear is part of that experience. But to understand the dynamic of abundance and finding it within you is a really profound experience. So to find that connection for me, it was definitely a spiritual ride, and it has covered off an array of things like my health, my prosperity, my relationships, my purpose, you name it, becoming a parent. It was all on it wasn't one move that got me to find, really tap into that abundance and use it moment to moment. I think it's built up over time, understanding duality and really using that muscle, the energetic muscle, to tap into it and move from that place. Wasn't one place, wasn't one thing. And everybody's story is different. So I've called upon some friends and abundance experts I know and love and to support us along our journey, because by no means am I finished. And I think that's part of the reason I started this podcast. And so I welcome you. Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to Your Abundance Podcast. It's a space for you to expand your abundance. I'm Erin Trethowan, your host and your guide on this transformative journey. And I'm thrilled to have you co-creating this podcast with me. You calling in for answers, me calling in for answers, and my desire to ask questions is a great match. I'm really clear about the fact that I want this to be a place for you to expand, provide insight, lessons, and tools that you can carry on your own personal journey to abundance within you. Before we dive in to your abundance conversations, I invite you to subscribe, rate, and leave a review if you enjoy what we share, because your feedback fuels our mission and helps us reach more hearts in search of abundance. So if you're ready to expand your horizons and blow your mind and step into the energetic world of abundance, and your answer is yes, let's embark on another episode of Your Abundance Podcast. And now a word from our partners. You know I don't just partner with anyone, and that applies to love, life, and business, because let's be real, I've learned my lesson too many times. I've been in business for nearly 11 years, and prior to that in marketing and advertising for 20. So I've used a lot of marketing tools. Some were okay, some were clunky and had no flow, and some were just downright no. The biggest shift I made in business was ditching the bro marketing models, the overcomplicated funnels, the outdated systems, all the things that made marketing feel harder than it needed to be. I wanted marketing that aligned with my soul, something that actually felt good as a woman in business. Then Flowdesk came along. If you haven't heard of it, it's an email marketing platform built by women for women-led businesses that actually makes marketing easy. It's intuitive, it's easy, and honestly, it's just beautiful. I use it for myself, I use it for my clients, and it's become a must-have in my business. It's given me back time, flow, and the kind of marketing that I actually enjoy. So when they came to me this year and asked me to partner with them, it was an easy hell yes. Now I get to share it with you too, and because I'm a Flowdesk partner, you get 50% off for the entire year too. Grab your discount in the show notes and experience it for yourself, because marketing should feel easy. That's the point. It's not just another thing on your to-do list. Now, let's get back to this week's episode. Hello and welcome to the 8th episode of Your Abundance Podcast. I'm so excited to share this episode. It's one that has been brewing for a little while. It's all coming together as I launched this podcast the end of last year, and I'm very much just let the energy flow. I post content as I am intuitively guided, which is all part of how I'm devoted to living my life and my destiny via my direct connection to the universe, my direct connection to all the guides. All right. Let's see. The energies are brewing. I can feel a healing coming through. I'm just going to take a moment. I want everyone to take a moment. If you're driving, do not stop and close your eyes. Okay. So it's not very often I would do this in a podcast, but this is the line that they're dropping in. And at the moment, there's so many people sick and up leveling and feeling a lot of opening, needing in the heart chakra, in the chest, but also in the base chakra. If you're listening to this, is for you. I feel like this is a one-time blessing. And it's really interesting because I was coming on to talk about receiving and what happens for me when I open up to receiving. There's a few things. One, being an empath to like multitudes of energy coming through, but also the downloads that I get are huge. And yeah, I can feel it. Let's do a healing. And it's so funny because I was like, that's what I was going to do a podcast about. Even the internet, like even my video is literally saying, like it's jittery as I record. So let's begin. So if you're driving, take a moment. You can listen, but don't close your eyes. Just receive as you are in the car. It's not going to write you off the road. If you're listening like you normally listen, you can still receive with your eyes open. If you're not, take a moment, sit back, relax, feel your body in the chair. I want you to feel the energy of what that chair supporting you and really leaning in to receiving. As we are receiving, I want you to take a few deep breaths, feeling right in. I feel like there's a bit of breathing right down into your belly, into your sacral, where the creations from within come, where our fire is, where we get lit up. And so I'm going to channel and I'm going to offer a blessing. It's a one-time blessing for opening to receive more in your life. So this is a one-time blessing for anyone who listens to this. And just take a moment. Abundance is all about being able to receive. And to receive, we have to move out of pushing energy, doing energy, giving energy, which is often most women, giving. We want to unentangle the connection between giving and receiving. Can you receive without giving? Can you give without receiving? We know that you can do that for sure. It's usually the opposite, meaning, do you need to give something to receive? Can you just receive? And there's also this connection to, can you move from receiving and allowing what comes through you as you receive to land for someone else to receive? So we're removing the giving factor. Now, it's not saying that giving's not a good thing, but I'm pretty sure my audience, the ones who are listening to me, are overgivers, over responsible, over pleasing, over often giving in relationship and not having that balance. And so this blessing will target the base chakra and the sacral. It'll be as appropriate. I'm going to call in my guides, all our guides. I'm going to call in our heavenly teams, the universe, or the Buddhas, saints. I'm going to call in Guan Yin. I'm going to call in Mary Magdalene, very much Mary Magdalene, Mother Mary, Mother Teresa, feeling like all the women, Queen Elizabeth, all the powerhouses, all the saints, all the goddesses, come and support us in this blessing. Now, I'm getting a bit of a caveat here. If you're listening to this and you feel like you don't want to receive this blessing, well, switch off now. However, I ask you, question where the resistance is in receiving without having to give anything. I'm literally offering a blessing where there's no need for you to give anything in return for it. You just need to receive it. See, notice if you're resistant to it. Notice if there's any kind of lack coming up. If there's any kind of closing in your body. Where is the energy for this sitting inside your body or outside your body? It's truly a gift to just receive, and not a gift just for you. It's a gift for Mother Earth. It's a gift for all the women who came before you. It's a gift in grounding yourself in your power as a woman. I've just launched my It's Your Destiny, which previously had been a program and is now a membership. And this is some of the things that we're going to be doing in the membership. There'll be a private podcast with blessings. There's going to be blocking sessions. But the reason I wanted to bring it up was I'm doing a masterclass in a I think July, I think it is. There's free masterclasses throughout. It's not free because you're paying for the membership, but you're getting masterclasses and there's so much in there. And you get to access me in that way. But this masterclass is going to be called P Power. And it's P for pussy, P for power, P for potential, P for create, like it's harnessing this power we have as women in our root chakra, in our sacral chakra, in our spleens, in our intuition, in our ability to create momentum when we get a bit stagnant in those lower vibrations. And that masterclass is coming up in the membership. The membership literally launched yesterday, and it's the It's Your Destiny membership. And you can come in for as little as $99 US, and there is a VIP option where you can elevate into some high-level coaching with me to really get into the nitty-gritty, which kicks off in July. But you can also just come in as a foundational member. You'll be grandfathered in at that pricing. There is going to be an app, so there's no social media involved, so you can jump on your phone, listen to things, watch things. You're going to get my whole back catalogue of delight, which you can access anytime. So it'll be like Netflix of Erin. It's actually Netflix from the universe because I just basically channel the universe when I'm doing any of these things. And it's a place for you to align, get in flow, and really lean into this P power, potential energy. I think we spend so much time pushing and pulling and really diving into what needs to be done and ticking the boxes and what our head is telling us to do. And we never really lean into this energy that is the base root chakra. It is our safety, and our grounding, but it's also the link to the power of the woman, the power of the pussy, the power of the desire that you really want to birth into the world. This is where manifestation comes from. It is like the abyss, playing in the void, but at the same time, it is potentiality. It's P power. Sounds like I'm saying P power, but it is. And when you're connected in that way from your heart, head into that energy, you will move in a very different way. Delivering this content from a place of receiving for you to receive. And, excuse me, bit of energy moving. And the power of what changes in you when you activate this energy, when you deepen into the abundance within you already, your intuition, the truth of who you are, your inner authority, the deep dark desires, the energy of receiving. You will have inner child stuff that comes up. You'll have lineage stuff that comes up around this. You will have just general womanliness, blocks that come up from society. This blessing today is to really anchoring in and elevating this desire, this receiving, this energy of more. And so as I begin through this activation and blessing, because it's a bit of both, I work in energy. I'm constantly working in energy. I play in the potential. It's your destiny is an opportunity for you to play in the potential. And it's also a place for you to feel safe, to unblock, to talk in community, to come and share. Now, the thing about it's your destiny, it is about life and business. So for women at the moment, we struggle a lot of the time to find the balance between the two and giving ourselves space to be this open goddess in our businesses, in our leadership, in our careers, in our jobs, and also in our lives, in our relationships, in our parenting, understanding streams of consciousness, understanding the things that when we're receiving all the time, but choosing what we receive is so powerful, so powerful. Notice what happens when you hear my words, when you feel into the energy, when you feel it in your body as they land, what shifts, what's moving for you as you receive. Now, I may do a bit of soul language, see if anything channels through as well about that side of this, but it's showing me this. So we're going to start the blessing to clearing any karmic energy, any ties, any resistance, and start to open this more. It may not be the only blessing, it may not clear up everything. I just want to be clear about this. And this is in no way, we're not claiming anything here, just your felt sense as you receive, but the abundance of energy that's here for all the people who listen to this podcast, who give permission to receive this blessing coming in from a high level Tao, as well as channeled messages through my channels. This is me receiving so you can receive with nothing in return. It's a one-time blessing for the person on the end of this, the people who listen to this podcast, this episode, who wish to receive this, given permission as appropriate for the place in their body, whether it's the root chakra, the sacral, the heart, that is needed to open more to receive, to clear out any blockages. Tao healing starts. I'm laughing at the Queen song is coming through. God sent the Queen. It's like opening up for your Queen energy, people. It's like, where are you pushing it away? And we're clearing out the energy field. We're clearing out the expansion of you, creating more space, creating more energy, creating more desires, feeling into the groundedness as we create that expansion around you, and feeling that grounding, that space and that energy. Because often with abundance and often creating your manifestations and calling them in and magnetizing them in, we're clearing out the space and we're allowing more to receive. And when we need expanding, sometimes we need expanding. I was just showing me the heart space. Sometimes we need expanding. We can't quite see the expander outside of ourselves to surrender that expansion. Sometimes we just need the blessing for expansion to occur. And it is such a delight to share this message and to share this blessing with you all. I have been in this glory of this energy for the last few days as I've been launching It's Your Destiny, because the whole point to living in abundance, in your abundance, is to live in destiny, to live in that place where your sacral and your root chakras and your receiving sequence becomes unique to you, your rhythm, your alignment, whether that's clearing out lineage, whether that's clearing out system, whether that's clearing out old business, old relationships, old jobs, old ways of being, old patterns, old muscle memory. Take a moment, have a deep breath, breathing in, breathing out. Gong song. Thank you, all souls respectfully return. I'm going to leave that with you. This is such a beautiful blessing. This is a bit of a different episode of Your Abundance podcast because it just is. And I'm just channeling through. I channel through what I'm receiving at the time. And I really would love to hear how this blessing landed for you. If you want to drop into my DMs for free or come into the Your Abundance podcast Facebook group. I will say It's Your Destiny is not going to be held on any social media. It has a platform of its own where we can chat in there as well. So if you're considering joining the membership or becoming a VIP, I'd love to hear from you or jump straight in. The content is currently being merged over, so not everything is in there as soon as you sign up, but there is stuff to get you started. You can jump into the 5 stages of empowerment. You can jump into a few other things that are going to be there today for you to line up with. And the reality is, the more you can open to receive, the more you will elevate into the desires that you deeply want. Now, if you're a person who, doesn't know what those desires are, wants to play, is stuck in what they don't want, not what they do want, my Manifesting 101 will be in the membership. You're going to access intuitive journaling. There's so many things that you can tap into within the membership, and also then jumping into the live subconscious reprogramming calls. You can also, we're going to talk money, we're going to talk power, we're going to talk potentiality. We're doing, because it's business and also life, there will be relationship masterclasses. There's going to be selling masterclasses with your soul. So I've been in sales for 30 years, but my selling with soul, we're doing how do we activate, how do we live with more intuition, because I know the depth of destiny is deeply tied to your inner authority, your inner intuitive self, and then how to remove the blocks, step through tests, take leaps, and do all the things that you really want to be doing instead of what you should be doing, what you think you should be doing, what you think you shouldn't be doing. Stop ticking boxes and actually start living life in the most incredible way. And I can't wait. I can't wait. So I will drop the link for It's Your Destiny membership into the show notes. I'd love to see you in the membership. If not, feel free to keep listening to Your Abundance podcast. As I said, I'd love to hear how this blessing landed for you. And what's next in the next episode, we will see, because it is all divinely guided, divinely timed, divinely guided. So I will see you in the next, or speak to you in the next episode, or I'll see you in the group, or come and chat to me on Instagram. I love a good chat in the DMs. I'll talk to you soon. Here's to your abundance. I'm Erin Trethowan, your host, and I will see you soon. And that wraps up another soul-nourishing episode of Your Abundance Podcast. I hope our time together has left you feeling inspired, enlightened, and ready to embrace the abundance that life has to offer. If you found value in today's episode, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you never miss out on our future conversations. And hey, sharing is caring, so feel free to spread the abundance by sharing this podcast with your fellow seekers. And I can't wait to have our next conversation on Your Abundance Podcast. See you then.